I wanna be different, I wanna be changed, till all of me is gone, and all that remains is a fire so bright, the whole world can see that there's something different, so come and be different in me.
Hi everybody, it's Latanya Nixon from Different.Changed. I'm so glad that you came back to see me on my videos. I wanted to talk to you about what's the next stage in my journey. So last time we did this video, I had just finished my radiation treatment. And I just wanted to come back with the follow-up. It's been a couple of days since radiation treatment has stopped. And I'm going to tell you what, the thing that you have to remember about radiation is the god-awful dryness that you feel. I mean, it is so completely ridiculous. I'm headed to the Walgreens now, just trying to get a few things. I'm sorry, excuse me, what's the Eucerin?
For body?
Yes.
13.
13, thank you. They have so many types. Just so many types to choose from. It's ridiculous. But I think I'm gonna go with it's very dry, flaky, maybe intensive care, intensive moisturizers, and immediately restores skin radiance, strengthens skin's moisture barrier, provides immediate later moisture. I don't know what is the difference. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that to your attention. And I would tell you one of the things that I didn't do that I wish I had have done, and that is to be moisturizing my skin a lot before the surgery happened. That would have made it better for me. So anyway, that's all. I just wanted to come to you about making sure you keep your skin moisturized during treatment and afterwards. All right, that's all for now. Thank you. Right after that, my doctor had me to come in and take a test, and the test was to try to figure out what exactly caused the cancer. And so there is a test called the Oncotype scores, and basically what that is a test to try to figure out why you got cancer, and it also is an opportunity for the doctor to determine what is going to be your best line of treatment to make sure that you stay in remission. So when I took the test, I didn't have any idea what the test was going to reveal, or what was going to be the next step of treatment. The only thing I kept hearing was because my cancer was a stage 1-2, that I probably would just have to go on hormone treatment after the radiation. Hello everybody, it's Latanya Nixon, Different.Changed, diagnosed with breast cancer July 31st, gone through surgery, gone through radiation. Now I'm in the oncology clinic trying to figure out what is the next step. We believe God for no chemotherapy, and whatever therapy it is, non-invasive. So today's October 21st. This is the day I've been waiting for to see what the end is going to be in terms of the next stage for treatment. Continue to believe God with me, and once we find out what's going on, I will come back with an update. But we are excited because we have been sowing our faith and sowing seed and believing God and trusting that He knows what's best for our bodies, and that the non-invasive way is the way that I prefer, because there's so many toxins and so much mess in the treatment that it's almost as bad as the disease in many ways. And so I was going with this hit piece of hair. But anyway, so yeah, just we'll stay tuned, and I will let you know once I have met with the oncologist. I'm in the doctor's office now. So we will be with you shortly. Different.Changed. So what happened was, I went to the second round of my doctors, because it's a team of doctors that you'll be working with. I went to the second round of my doctors, and I met with her, and for the first time I heard the word chemotherapy. I was sitting in the doctor's office when I videotaped, and I was going to let you guys know what my hormone treatment was going to be. Well, When the doctor came back in, she said to me, "Miss Nixon, your oncotype score is very high." And I was like, "What does that mean?" And she said, "It means that I'm recommending chemotherapy." Oh my goodness. When I tell you, I was so shocked and so horrified to even hear that word, because I had heard so many negative things about the side effects, losing your hair, just all kinds of things, adverse side effects. And I was just petrified to hear that. But that's what she said. She said, your oncotype score is too high. Now, here's the thing. With the whole oncotype scaling, they want your score based on your age, for me, to be lower, 26 or lower. My oncotype score was 27. So I was right on the borderline. But because my estrogen levels were 99%, and so when you have that kind of cocktail where your estrogen levels are 99% and your oncotype score is 27, those dynamics make you a very, very high risk to go back into having cancer again, to basically to come out of remission. And so I was just horrified, you guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was extremely, extremely upset, because for one thing, I did not know that was gonna maybe be one of the options I had to consider. And so it was a shocker, and I was scared and very upset. And well, all right, good people, it's LaTanya, different and changed. We have been believing God that He would make sure that we had the most correct, the most effective treatment modality that we could get. And so the doctor, the oncologist, has spoken, and she has recommended chemotherapy to reduce the likelihood that I will get the cancer again and it come back worse. And so I have a decision to make, and that's a part of this journey, is that you get all the information from the doctors, and then you make a decision. Was I upset? Absolutely, for many reasons. Not really for myself as much as for my family, because things like this can really take a toll on people. So I'm in much prayer, and I ask you to pray with me, but still different, changed. And so I had a lot of thinking to do, and I walked away from that appointment. I came home and literally was in the fetal position for 2 hours crying. And I mean, that's the real truth. I was just so upset. And I got myself together though, and I thought about something that a good friend of mine who's a pastor said, nothing has changed. You walked in there, you were cancer-free. You walked back out there, you're still cancer-free. Okay, and so the only thing that changed was what my treatment was going to be. And so it ended up being that I decided to go and get a second opinion. That's the other thing I want to tell you guys to do. When these doctors are telling you all the things that they're telling you, they're giving you their best diagnoses and their best plan. But you are the patient. Go and get a second opinion. And let me tell you what happened. I went to Duke University Hospital to get my second opinion, and I'm so glad I did, because that particular doctor was an expert in her field dealing with just my kind of situation. And she broke it down to me like this: do you want to ever get cancer again? No, I don't. Then you need to go ahead and get chemotherapy. And she showed me a diagram of what my cancer looked like, meaning, my cancer was small but very aggressive. And so it had begun to decide it wanted to spread a little bit right before I got radiation. And so what she was saying was, you need to go and get chemotherapy to kill that monster demon altogether. And so after I spoke with her, I decided that I was going to do chemotherapy. Because here's the thing. You don't have to do chemotherapy. It is a choice. But you have to know that your life is worth that 4 to 6 months of sacrifice that you have to go through when you go to chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is not fun. I'm not even going to pretend. And in future videos, I'll show you, what it was like to be in the chemo chair, and what it was like to have my hair fall out, and what it was like to, get bloated and feel really unattractive anymore as a female, and all of that stuff. I want to share that with you because I don't want you to walk into this thing not really knowing what to expect. Okay, but yeah, so that's what happened with chemotherapy, and I'm telling you, when I got through the fact that I had to go through it and I accepted what my choice was going to be, I owned that decision. It was my decision to make. I got all the information I needed, and I made a decision, and you can do that too. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you got something really good out of this. I'm very excited about what's going on with the channel, and I thank you guys so much for being subscribers. Please make sure that you subscribe if this is your first time coming with me, and also that you share it so that other people just like me who've been diagnosed with breast cancer and have no idea what to do and are so scared and so concerned, at least they'll have somebody that's been through it and I can help them on their journey. Thanks again. Always do what I ask you to do, and that is be different and remain changed. See you next time.